This is KTVO's Good Morning Heartland.
Welcome back. Unwanted aquatic plants are the #1 pond maintenance problem in Missouri. These unwanted plants make their appearance every year with the arrival of warmer temperatures and continue to annoy pond owners throughout the summer and even into the fall. But there are ways to manage them or even get rid of them completely. To tell us more about our options, we have David Hoppy from Hazel Creek Environmental Services here this morning. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
I'm doing great. So thank you so much for coming on. So first of all, tell us a little bit more about what you do.
I do general pond management for people to help them improve their pond or to take care of problems they have with their ponds.
Okay, so one of the questions that maybe somebody might have right now is what causes excessive plant and algae growth in and around our ponds?
Usually it's an accumulation of nutrients built up in the pond over time and organic material, and then shallow water and sunlight help them to grow.
Okay, so what are some plants and algae? Are they good or bad for our pond area?
A small amount is good. Fish enjoy them. They help oxygenate the water. When they become excessive and keep you from using your pond the way you want to, they become bad.
So kind of go into a little bit more detail about what kind of nuisance plants should we look out for?
Well, there's plants like cattails. They can keep you from getting into your pond with your boat or with swimming activities. There's American lotus. It can choke your pond to where you can't fish in it, you can't boat in it, you can't enjoy it. There's all the various algae, filamentous algae being the worst, the most unsightly. And there's also algae in the water that turns your water green. And some of these are the problems that people have when they get too much of it, and it would die all at once and would cause a fish kill in their pond as well.
Oh wow, and that's definitely not something anybody wants.
No one enjoys their fish dying.
No. So what are some things that somebody can do to remove these unwanted vegetations?
Well, you can do chemical applications or have someone do chemical applications to kill the plants that are there. And you can also change the dynamics of your pond by installing a aeration system or feeding microbial products to help reduce the nutrients in your water.
And we have a picture right now on our screen kind of showing the before and after. Now, obviously the before, there's a lot of green. Now, is that algae or is that the actual chemical application before it starts working? Kind of explain what we see on our screen.
The picture on the left, the before picture, is actually a real small frog pond, if you will, that was covered with duckweed, which is a real small vascular plant. It also had algae in it, had cattails, and around the edge it had smart weeds and a couple other weeds that grow on the fringe of a pond. After the chemical application, the duckweed's gone, the algae's gone, and the rest of the weeds are dead.
All right, interesting. Now there are some different ways that somebody who has a pond on their land that they can do in order to discourage these types of vegetations from popping up, and what are those?
Well, you could install an aeration system in your pond, and what the aeration system does is it mixes the whole water body. It creates a current in the pond, if you will, and that helps bring oxygen down to the bottom of the pond, which in an unmixed pond generally has no oxygen down at the bottom, and that's where your foul odors and your toxic breakdown products from breaking down organic matter accumulate.
Okay, and what is this that we're seeing on our screen right now?
This is a beneficial bacteria product. It's microbes that specifically target nutrients in the water, nitrogen and phosphorus, and they help the pond work through those nutrients. Those organisms are normally present in the water anyway, but this is a supplemental product to bring the numbers up enough to address a problem that has accumulated in the pond.
Interesting. And then we have one final picture. And what is this? I mean, is this something that we want to start treating in, or maybe something to do in the wintertime?
This is actually one of the other benefits of aerating your pond. You can, if you choose, maintain open water in the wintertime for winter fishing, for wildlife, or just for access if you enjoy wintertime activities in your pond.
All right, fantastic. So what we'll do is, obviously you're the expert, so if anybody has any questions or concerns, they can contact you and you can kind of either A, come out there, or B, guide them through the process. But of course, there's other ways that they can get help as well, but of course contacting you would probably be their first bet, just to make sure that they're doing something properly so they don't end up having some sort of fish kill by just dumping in unwanted chemicals into their ponds.
That's correct. You definitely want to consult with someone or read the label. They can call me anytime and I can point them in the right direction.
Okay, perfect. So what we'll do to make it easier for everyone out there that are interested in possibly getting some more information, if they have any sort of pond or lake on their property, we'll put your number on our website as well as your email address if they want to contact you that way. And again, David with Hazel Creek Environmental Services. Again, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you very much.
And we'll be right back.